Hello, let's look at this question. WASSCE November December 2024, question 12b. The sum of two numbers is 27 and their product is 182. Find the numbers. Alright, so there are two numbers. When you add, it will give you 27. When you multiply, you get 182, and we are trying to find the numbers. We don't know the numbers, so represent the numbers by variables. So you can see that let the two numbers be x and y. If the two numbers are x and y, you say their sum is 27. So x plus y will give me 27. Equation 1. And their product is 182. So multiply xy, it will give me 182. Equation 2. So how do I solve this particular question? So here you have to do substitution. Alright, you make one of the variable the subject either in equation 1 or equation 2, and you substitute into the other equation. Alright. So let me go to equation 1. Alright, equation 1, I'm going to make y the subject and substitute into equation 2. So from equation 1 I can say y is equal to what? 27 minus x. Let me call this as equation 3 and put it down. So from equation 1, you can see that y is equal to 27 minus x. That is equation 3. Then what I will do is to substitute y in equation 3 into equation 2. Alright. We are going to substitute y in equation 3 into equation 2. So the subject has been made from equation 1. So therefore, we have to substitute it into equation what? Equation 2. Alright, so let's continue on this side. So, what can we say? It implies that in equation 2, so in equation 2, that's why we can say that what? Wherever we see y, we substitute 27 minus x. So we have x multiplying what? 27 minus x equal to 182. Alright. So y is 27 minus x. So we come to equation 2, xy. So what is the value of the y? 27 minus x. So we put 27 minus x here. Okay, so x is multiplying y, where y is 27 minus x, and equated to what? 182. So now let's expand. X times 27 give me 27x. X times minus 7 will be minus x squared equal to 182. Alright. So we are getting quadratic. So let's take all to one side and equate it to 0. And quadratic, normally it is easier to solve when you make the coefficient of the x square as positive. Alright. Yes. So let me take all to this side. Since the coefficient of the x square is negative here, equate it to 0. So that if I take all to this side, alright, my x square will be what? To become positive since it is negative. Then my 27 will become minus 27x. Then my 182 will still be 182 equal to what? Equal to 0. Alright, so I take all to one side of the equation. So when x square comes to this side, become positive x square, that is negative. 27x become what? Minus 27x. And already on this particular side, 182 is positive, so remaining the positive. And then equate it to what? Equate it to 0. Okay, so I have quadratic to solve. So the coefficient of the x square is 1 times the constant, so 182. Then I find two factors of 182. That will give me negative 27. So what are the two factors? Okay, so the two factors is minus 14 and then minus 13. So you can also use your calculator, alright, and then you do the factorization. So the two factors is minus 14 and then minus 13. Okay, minus 14 times minus 13 give me what? Positive 182. And then minus 14 plus minus 13 will also give me what? Minus 27. So we can write this as, since we have gotten this, alright, and the coefficient of the s square is positive, then we can write as what? S minus 14 x minus 13 equal to 0. So that when you expand, you get back the same thing, okay? So s times x will give me s square, s times minus 13, minus 13s, minus 14 times minus 14s, minus 13 minus 13 will give me minus 27. And then minus 14 times minus 13 will give minus 182. Okay, so either x minus 14 is 0, which means s equal to what? 14, or s minus 13 equal to 0, which means s equal to 13. So we have two values of s. Either s is what? 14 or s is 13. Alright. So we have to find the corresponding value of what? Of y. So we will say that if s is 14, then what will be my y? So let's come to equation 3. It implies y will be equal to what? 27 minus 14. And what is 27 minus 14? That will give us 13. Alright. Also, if s is 13, then my y will be 27 minus 13, and that will give us 14. Alright, so if s is 14, y is 13, or if s is 30, y is 14. So you say that, therefore, the two numbers are 13 and then 14. So the two numbers are 13. 13 plus 14 is 27. 13 times 14 is 182. So if s is 14, y is 13, or if s is 13, y is 14. So the two numbers are 13 and 14. I believe you have understood. Alright, I'll see you again in our next lesson. Bye bye.